Hello, it's Markham Torch here from Markham 3D, and this is the Modest Pelican game. Now, this game will be available to download for you, just not yet. I'm waiting for Modest Pelican to play through it first. After this video, not now, do it later. Go check out his channel. Link to his channel is below. If this is something you really like, and if there's a channel that you want me to make a game for, please let me know in the comments below. Please help me out. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get those YouTube algorithms helping me out and let this channel grow. Now let's get into it. Let's talk technically how I actually created the game. So I have in the level blueprint, as soon as the game starts, it straight away plays the first lot of audio. Very simple, and as well, it disables the controls just so, for instance, when we come back into the main map, this audio will take longer before you get to this sound box. And as soon as this sound box is touched, then another lot of audio will play. So that's how I've done this. These buttons, I fudged it away. So whenever these are activated, this will send information to these three blueprints up here. And if we open up the puzzle blueprint, we can see that the event switch door, what it does is it triggers this event and it works out what's the position. And I've kind of done it pretty dodgy, but oh well. So that it will come in, it checks what's the position. So if it's 1, 2, and if it's 3, obviously that's going to be false then. And then we kind of got, depending on what number it is. So for instance, if it's position 2, it's true. It'll change the material of the color of the box, set it to position 3, and it sets off a success number. And then obviously if you press it again, then the door fail. So if we come over into our doors, we can see the winning numbers is +1. So this event, door puzzle 1 success, it'll send 1 point to winning numbers. If winning numbers equals 3, then, it opens the doors. However, if it fails, so if we come back into here and it fails, then it removes 1 point. Fairly straightforward. From here, we've got another audio cue, and this is our first bit of clothing. And you need to wear the certain types of clothes to enter that colored door. So let's open up the door first. And it does look a little bit yuck, but let's have a look. So if we go on begin component overlap, sets the materials, blah, 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 it'll get the material of element 13, which is what the actual character is currently wearing. And then what it does is just does a very dodgy, a whole bunch of checks. Is it white? Is it blue? Does it contain white? Does it contain blue? Does it contain red? Does it contain green? And then just a whole bunch of true and falses. It'll check what's the door color that I've set it. If those conditions both meet, then set collision, no collision, you can walk straight through. However, once you've end that overlap, it disables or enables collision, so you can no longer walk through it. So it'll redo that check. And so if I open up our shirt material, this is all modular and it can be all repeatable. Kind of got the same way in here. Press E and it kind of gets the current material, sets the material, casts a third person. What it does is it will put the material on that shirt, puts the color material on the character, and then gets that material. It gets the material and then it kind of just swaps it all out. It's kind of a dodgy way of doing it, but I just kind of wanted to get it done. I probably should use something called enums, but I don't exactly know how it works. And what I've tacked in here on the end is when you change clothing, it kind of makes like a swooshing sound. From here, if we just select a button, so let's come into here and the target door. So what this does is it actually target specific doors. So once that is clicked, those doors will actually activate. So if we open up the doorway and there's a left door and a right door, we've got it here, event switch door, do once, and then the door will just open. I don't have doors opening and closing because I was a bit lazy. I just kind of wanted to get it done. Oh, actually, no, sorry, I lie. Event switch door will turn with open the door, blah, blah, blah. And then the event close door will play the timeline of the door closing in reverse. So hence it closes. And at these both play a sound of, there's two sounds. There's one of hydraulics and one of metal sliding. So I've kind of overlapped those sounds, which kind of gives you that effect. And so this is where we're in now that door switch. And so there's 3 buttons that will activate each one of these numbers. So I believe this one over here, if I enable that array, door 3, door 4, and doorway light, I'm going to say probably 1 or 2, doorway light 2. So that's the target. And so all those will open. And I believe this will be door 3. These are door 4. And this one here is door 3. So that's how that works. That whole area works. And that kind of mingles to there as well. With the lights. So if we quickly have a look into the lights, let's open this up. We've got an event tick. I've had to delay it right at the start. And what it does is it plays from the start, and kind of that's what gives it sweeping motion. I've put in a local rotation, and so it just keeps going. I found a weird bug where the beams will change position for some odd reason. I don't know why, but several times I've played through it, and they're always changing their starting point. I don't know why. On beginning component overlap, the character third person, it's meant to take a little bit of extra hydration damage. I didn't really do much with the hydration bar. It's kind of there just for decoration. But what it does is if it gets overlapped, you take a little bit of damage, the lights turn red, and the camera sensor is on. And then here we've got what looks like I'm kind of duplicating some of the information here and here. But it stops the door switch from being operational, and that's this door switch here. So once again, if we open up the door switch, are the cameras is affected not camera? I know it was a bad way of going around it. True. Is the camera active? True. Well, you can't do anything. Is the camera active? False. Then the door will work to get into that last bit here. And then we've got a bit of a sound audio here, another sound audio here. Kind of just walk straight in, and from anywhere in this point, you can just pick up. I literally just destroy the mesh. Where we go, destroy component, closes the door, which is these 2 doors, which means it forces you to go out that way. And once again, as soon as you walk up to this door, I made it very simple. Begin overlap, enable input, E, do once, opens the door, blah, blah, blah. And then you come out here. Once you get to this point, end level, it just opens up the end game and gives you credit, and gives you the credits. This game was made for Modest Pelican, which is an Australian gaming channel. I've been following him for quite some time, and he's a great bloke. Go check him out. If you like this kind of breakdown, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. This is a very high overview. But in a week's time, or actually in a couple of days' time, I'll be doing a game jam, the Epic Game Jam, where I will probably do a lot of live streaming of me creating a game, fumbling my way through it, but I am going to make something. I'm probably going to be targeting another gaming YouTuber called Let's Game It Out. I've got a few ideas. We'll see how we go, but it all depends on what the theme is. If you like these type of videos, yes, please leave a comment down below letting me know. If you want to keep seeing Unreal things, please let me know. The response with Unreal content hasn't been the best, so I'm thinking of dropping it, but let me know what are your thoughts.